In the last episode, I had a comment here from Gadirian that said that there is a cave that is just a couple hundred meters away from Piestovia. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go and search for that cave at the start of today's episode. And if we can find it, I'm sure we will, then we're going to get into doing a bit of mining today. I think that could be very profitable and also a great way to upgrade our tools. So if I look at the map, we're at Piestovia right now. This cave is going to be a couple hundred meters east of Piestovia. So if we just scroll in here and have a look, let's see if we can find a spot. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be there, right? That looks to be the thing for me. There's like a bit of a path leading off there. And if I move that out of the way, you can see there's like, that to me looks like it's going to be a cave entrance. So let's go and check that out. Now, whilst I'm heading over to this location, I do want to mention a couple other comments that I got from the last video. A couple of very special ones. We had a couple of super chats and I really appreciate that. So I want to say a big thank you to Equinox and also Jamie Cortez, who both gave me a $5 super chat. I actually had never received a super chat on my YouTube channel, like ever. And then I got two in the same video. So that was bizarre. They were literally within a few hours of each other. So that was crazy. But a big thank you. Thank you so much for the support. And also everyone who's just watching, subscribing, liking, all that sort of stuff, you know, it's really appreciated. So a big thank you to all of you. Another very special comment I got was from Friday Crossing and Friends, as you can see here, who's celebrating their first grandchild. So I just want to say a big shout out to that family. It's a really awesome thing for you guys to be going through, and all the best with the first grandchild. And look at that. That brings us nicely to the cave. I was right. It is in this spot, as I suspected. So just having a quick look inside here, you can see we got all the usual suspects. We've got copper, we got tin, and there's that salt right there. Let's get the torch out. But yeah, so we've got all the stuff here. Now, I'm not sure. I think that there won't be iron in this cave. I think we have to go further afield for the iron. But also, if we can get the copper and tin side, that's going to be the main thing for now, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now, my plan with this cave is to build a resource storage nearby, and then we can just get stuff from the cave and put it into storage. All of the storages in Medieval Dynasty sync up, so you can make little outposts like this and still access all the stuff from your main town. So that definitely seems to be the best thing to do. So let's go into buildings and storages. And what do we want here? Resource storage 1. And let's see if there's anywhere around here we can actually place this thing. I'm hoping that I'll be able to place this resource storage just in here. If I go ahead and get it out real quick, then you can see it looks like it would probably fit. But there is stuff that's blocking the way, I should say. So what I'm going to do is just take down a couple of trees and things here and see if we can find a good spot for this. Well, I did manage to find a way of placing the resource storage down here, and I think that's going to be a really good spot for it, actually. It's on this crossroads and really near to the cave, so that's a good job done. The next thing I'm going to do is head back down to Piestovia, and the reason for that is I want to go and buy some carrot seeds, and then we can get those planted and get them growing, because obviously that's going to be important. And the other thing that I want to do is to buy a large pouch, because at the moment we've just got a small pouch and we want to increase our carry weight as best we can before we start mining. Obviously we're going to be carrying around a lot of heavy things, so the more carry weight we have, the more efficient we can be and the better the mining is going to go. So let's head into town, see if we can buy those items and go from there. Here we are at the vendor right here where we can buy the carrot seeds. And I'm not sure exactly how many I want to buy. I reckon maybe about 30 would probably be good for now. So let's just do that. And then I'll see how much fertilizer I can make up or what I've already got. We might need to buy that as well though. This is a little bit wasteful, but I just had a look. 30 fertilizer, 135 coins. I'm actually going to do that. The reason being we are, as you can see at the top, on the last day of winter, and I really want to get these in the ground and sorted so that then in the next season they'll start to grow. Now what we're going to do over here is look to buy the large pouch. There we go. So buy one of those is 390, so it's not cheap. What we can do though then is sell our small pouch. We get a little bit of money back. I mean, only 30, but hey, every little helps, right? And we got a new level of diplomacy. That's quite nice. So let's go ahead and equip the large pouch right now. Just put that over there. And our carry weight right now is 65 kilos, as you can see just down here. So pretty good, and every little helps definitely at this stage of the game. The other thing I want to do while I'm here is check my bank account, because I think there's some things in here that we might need. I'm pretty sure there's torches in here, and they're going to be really useful when I'm in the cave, especially for the bits where I want to record, because obviously it's quite dark in those caves. So let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. 2 torches right there. So let's take both of those. Now, do I have any pickaxes in here? No, I might have sold them, actually. I will take out the wooden hammers, though, because we're about to build that resource storage. That could be very useful. Everything else for now can just stay in there. I just got back to my farm and I actually totally forgot that I'd already hoed and fertilized a large area for the carrots. So probably the 30 carrots won't quite fit in there. We'll need a bit more fertilizer. But anything that we've got left, it will be used later on. So it's not really the end of the world. So let's go ahead and select the carrot seeds. Let's see if they're just up there and get all these planted down. I think we'll start just over here at the start of the farm. Again, I'll skip showing you guys this bit, but once it's all done, I'll show you how it's looking. So as it turns out, I was actually only 2 short. So I needed 2 fertilizer and I bought 30. So that was a bit silly. But as I say, we will definitely need it in the future. And the farm is almost finished now. So we got the carrots that are going in here. And then what did I even plant over here? I don't even remember right now. But whatever's in here, I think it was rye grain, oat grain, something like that. That'll be done soon too. Either way, now that we are done with this farm being all planted, that's looking pretty good. What we can do now is start getting all the resources over to build the new resource shed, and after that we can actually start mining. Oh, and we can make up some pickaxes as well. I'll do that in a sec. Over at our smithy here, if we go to the workbench in the corner, you can see that under stone tools we can make up a stone pickaxe, and it just needs 1 log and 4 stone. So I think I'll make up maybe 5 of those for now, and we'll see how we go with that. What we can do is make them up and put them in the resource storage here to save on the carry weight. And then once we've built the new storage across the way at the cave, then we can access them that way. So that seems the most efficient way of doing that. I've got myself nice and prepared right now. If I open up my inventory, you can see right here that we've got 25 logs on us, as well as 100 sticks, 100 straw. I'm going to collect all the stone over there in situ, where we're going to make the new resource storage for our caving outpost. Because stone is quite heavy and logs are a bit of a pain to chop down in comparison to just going around and picking up stones, which even, in winter, it's a little bit more difficult to see them, but it's not too bad. You can see the little grey bit sticks out underneath them, so it's not too bad. I do quite like this view of the medieval dynasty during winter. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? If we look here at Piestovia, the windmills and stuff. I do really like the graphics in this game. Anyway, we're going to head on now, and I'll catch up with you guys when we've built the resource storage, and hopefully then we can start looking at getting into some caving. With the resource storage built here now, if we head inside, you can see that when we open up this chest, we've got access to everything that's over in our town. So this is going to actually be very, very useful for us. It has got a 2,000 capacity and it's only at 374 right now. So we've got plenty of space left in there for all of our mining stuff. So let's go ahead and take out one of our stone pickaxes, just like that. And I'll take out one of the simple torches as well. And we can go now and have a look inside the cave and get into a bit of caving. So let's start with this copper deposit right here. Shall we? Let's have a little mine of that and see how this one goes. From that one, we got 6 copper ore and we also got 6 stone as well. We'll do the same now with the tin. And let's go ahead and get our torch out so you guys can see this a bit better. But that's pretty good. Obviously, getting the stone from it is kind of nice too, because it just means that you have a lot less collecting to do there. That time, 2 tin ore and 7 stone. So, I mean, you guys know what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to repeat this process over and over again, basically. Carry as much as we can, deposit it in the storage, and then keep repeating that until we're done. So I kept mining right through the night, and as you can see there, we got the new quest to pay taxes because we are now in spring. But we did get a good haul. In fact, let's go have a look. I'll show you guys exactly what I got. And it was quite a lot. We got a good amount of copper, tin, and also salt too. So copper ore there, 65 of those. As for the tin, we got 37 tin and 22 salt, but also all of this stone, which is going to be very useful indeed. The next thing I'll do is turn all that into like copper and tin bars and bronze and stuff like that. And let's see what's going on over here. So I think this right here is ready to harvest. We're going to check that out in a second. And these are our carrots, which have just started to grow, which is why they're little tiny carrots right now. While I'm here, I'll just check in on the animal feed as well, see what percentage that's at. So that's gone down to 27% now. Not sure if it was going down 3% a season or 3% a day. I'll just keep an eye on that. I assume this one's also the same. Yeah, so it's the same in terms of it's also gone down by 3%. And the pigs are still little babies. They seem to just sleep a lot, but that's all good. Now, in terms of the nest, let's see what we can get out of the nest here. So let's collect from there. We got an egg and a couple of feathers. And then another egg and feathers. And some more up here. So we are getting a few drops from them. Nothing overly crazy, but I'm sure it will all help and all be useful. Now, let's have a look actually how much our taxes are going to be. So if we go to our journal and our side quest here, pay taxes. Wow, okay, so it's actually over 544 coins that we have to do. I think we should go and get that done now, because if we do that now, then we know how much money we got left for the rest of the season. So on the screen, if we just press F, then it goes to track quest, and that means then that at the top of our screen there, we should get a notification, there we go, as to where exactly we have to go. So there we go, the notification right there is the exclamation mark you see at the top of my screen right now, and that's what we get when we track the quest. So that makes it a bit useful, just makes it a bit easier to find the person we need to find. So here we go, we got to this dude right here, talk to him, and yeah, here we go. That should cover everything. And he's just happy. That's it. That's all that happens there. We complete the quest and we've paid our taxes, so we won't lose any of our dynasty reputation, which is obviously a very good thing. Talking of dynasty reputation, let's go look at this board right here and see if there's any jobs that we might want to take. Let's see what's available here. So there are a couple of interesting ones. If we deliver 3 buckets to Derwan, then we get 27 coins, but 80 dynasty reputation, more importantly. And if we do this one here, where we hunt a couple of boar and talk to Derwan, then we get another 50 reputation. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this one, accept that quest. and just go make up the 3 buckets, because that's just very simple to do. I've now made up the buckets, so I'm just going to go have another chat with Derwan and say, hey, I'm here about the buckets. And I don't know what he's saying here, but there we go. We've completed the quest. I'm not too worried about what he's saying, but we get the rewards. It was a very easy one to do, and I had to come back here anyway because we want to buy some seeds. So let's go speak to this dude and get some seeds that we can plant in the ground. Now we're going to go for a couple of different things here. So let's see. Let's do the flax first. So let's go down here. So flax seeds are just here. We want to buy those, and I want to buy, let me work this out a second. Yeah, I'm going to buy 12 of those, got 2 at home, so that'll be 14 flax seed. I've got 28 fertilizer. And we're going to go up here to cabbage. Yep, we're going to buy some of those. And we're going to buy another 14 of those as well. Then we'll have 14 of each with 28 fertilizer. So we'll be planting a couple different things in our farm, getting different things growing. I think I want to do this partly because it's just kind of fun to grow different things. And not doing it necessarily all just for money or different recipes or anything like that. It's like I say, a bit for fun. And also a bit for you guys, like for the content. I think it's better to see a bit of variety in there and doing different things. And so that's what I'm going to try to do as we continue through this playthrough, and, you know, do all the different animals, all the different farms, all different productions and stuff like that. Now, in terms of planting all the seeds and doing the farming stuff, that's something I can do during the night. Something that if I was playing by myself, I would just do it now. But, oh, we got tin ore there just randomly. But as I'm making videos and stuff, I don't like to do stuff during the night, as you guys know, if you've seen a previous video. So what I'm going to do instead is look to build a building and do a little time lapse of that. And the building that I wanted to build, let's go here. I think it's under extraction. Let's see. Yeah, this one right here looks pretty good. Excavation shed. And it says that from that we'll get stone, straw, limestone, and clay. That sounds pretty good to me. And it's also a really little building that we can just place down somewhere. What I thought I'd do with this one is place it just a little bit out of town. You know, maybe just up here somewhere. I'm not sure if it's something that's going to like leave any sort of hole or anything like that. But I just thought it'd be kind of nice to place it just a little bit further out, like I've done with my hunting hut up the top there. And I might do that with some other buildings in the future too. Well, the excavation hut is now complete. Very modest building indeed, quite small. If we open up the chest here, 250 kilos there that it can store. So yeah, it is what it is. It's got me thinking though that I think I'd actually like to have a villager working here. So I think it's time now that we look to get a second villager into our town. Now I have 2 ways that I can go with this. I could either get in a guy and put the guy and the girl living together. But the downside of that is children. The children are good for the town long term because obviously it's growing your population and such. But in the short term, it does mean that the woman will spend 2 years not working. And at this stage of the game, I don't think that's the best idea for us. So I might just get in another woman for now. And then that way we don't have that problem. I've been receiving some fantastic tips from all of you guys who watch down in the comments. And I'd love to know your thoughts on this one in regards to population growth. My philosophy at the moment is to try not to grow too fast. It's a mistake I've made in other games in the past, not necessarily Medieval Dynasty, but sometimes you just want to do things too quickly. But yeah, let me know what you think. Looks like there are going to be quite a few women though around here that would be good for the job. So let's see which one has the best stats for excavation and go from there. So this girl here's got 3. This is Kinga, and yeah, that looks to be the best, but we need to have a little chat with her as well. So let's see, small talk, and then could you tell me more about your skills? So this girl here, she quite likes farming. Let's see about the other one. I think her skill was 3, but this one here's got a skill of 2. So let's go through the same process. Seems like this one here likes to do either fishing or foraging, so that's not great either. And this one here likes to do cooking. So if we get any of those women, they're not going to be happy in our town. That's going to be a bit of an issue. So the other thing we can do is to get a guy in, but just build a different house for him. If he's not living in the house, then I think that solves the children problem. So I'll see if any of these are interested in what I need them to be. So this guy here is just saying he likes simple hard work, and his skills there are, you know, he's a 3 with excavating, so that's pretty good. So I think we're just gonna say, you know, creating a new town, do you want to join? And he's in. There we go. So Bodzapor Bodzapor is our new villager. That's an awesome name. And we're going to go now and build a house for him. Again, do let me know your thoughts, though, if I've done this the right way or not. But I think for now, it's not going to be too damaging. I mean, if we build a house and turns out it's not really necessary or something like that, it will be used in the future anyway. So for the house, what I might do is build, if we go to the houses here, a simple house rather than a simple small house. So then we've got a little bit of variety in our village, and it would look pretty cool. I think what I'll do is have it backing on like this and just have it like maybe here somewhere. Yeah, I think that'll look quite nice. Let's get to building that one. The house is now finished and it looks pretty nice, obviously a bit bigger than the other houses. And if we come inside here, you'll see that we have a few different bed options. There's actually 4 people that can sleep in here. Obviously got the cauldron, fireplace, and also a chest there that can hold 50 kilos. So yeah, quite a nice little house. Obviously, we haven't got into doing much decorating stuff yet, but that may be something I do in the future. What I want to do now, though, is go to the town management and sort out this guy, Bodzapor, who's very unhappy, unfortunately. So first things first, let's go to the simple house and assign Bodzapor right there to that house. Yep, there you go. In you go, mate. So he's in there. That'll make him a lot happier, and all those red things up in the top left of the screen, yep, should disappear because he does now have food and stuff like that. The second thing I want to do is go ahead and assign him to do a job. He's going to be working in our extraction building of the extraction shed right there. So let's see, we'll assign Bodzapor, there we go, put you in there. So he's now got his workplace. And we're going to need to give him a couple of items here that he can work with. So for now, the tools I'm giving to him are not going to be 100%. I realize actually I don't have to put them in here. I could have put them in the resource storage, but it doesn't really matter. We'll just chuck them in here anyway. Someone did comment that on a previous video though. So yeah, we're going to go and get something to drink now because I desperately need it. But there we go. We've got 2 people in our town right now. And hopefully Bodzapor now will get a bit happier that he's sorted out and start producing some good stuff for us over the next few days. And now that it is turning nighttime here on the game, I'm going to go ahead and get everything planted in the ground, do my farming stuff, and then we'll catch up in the morning and get on with something new. It's the middle of the night and I'm crafting up some of the iron and copper, or copper and tin I should say. And then this guy comes here. This was the creepiest thing. This is Bodzapor, literally middle of the night. He's just out wandering around with a torch, watching me craft up. I was like, what is that noise? I turned around and there he was. Now look at him. He's just walking off into the forest in the middle of the night. I mean, this is just so odd. I thought I'd share that because it's just quite funny. Let's have a look under management actually and see. And look at that. His mood has improved rapidly from -6 to now +5%. So he's happy now, creeping around. I mean, yeah, we don't even have locks on our door, guys. Medieval times. I'm a little bit worried about this dude. He's freaking me out. And there he goes, Jack the Rippering his way down through the dark alleys of this medieval town. Now, what I was doing, as I say, I was crafting up some copper and some tins. We got a load of that. And now I'm just going to turn in whatever I can into bronze, I think. So let's do that. And let's see if we can make 19 of those. That's using up all of our tin. But I don't think I necessarily need it for anything else at this stage. I'm just having a bit of a play around with this. Anyway, I'm sure we'll find a use for all this bronze later on. But I thought I'd share that funny little creepy dude with you guys. Throughout the night, I did a bit of farming and obviously a bit of the production of copper and bars and stuff like that, as you guys saw. We now got everything planted in the ground and stuff, and we just got this section of farm left. And I'll probably save that until the next season, because I guess it's good to, you know, plant things in each season as they're meant to be. I checked on the chickens, and their trough now has 23% animal feed in it. I didn't check on the pigs, but let's see, there's 27. So yeah, it is getting used up reasonably quickly, but also I guess it's not too bad, and something that we can probably keep on top of, especially once we get our farms going sort of longer term. Now, through the night, I also did a bit of crafting, and that unlocked the sewing hut, and that's something I'm actually pretty keen to get started on. So I think that's going to be our next building. So we go to the production area right here. You can see there's the sewing hut. So if I zoom out, then you can see a better look at it. This is the size of the building. Again, not that big. I've got all my production buildings along this side, so I'm just going to keep doing that. See if we can find a little spot somewhere here for it. So yeah, that should do it quite nicely. Let's grab our materials now, and then we'll build this thing, and I'll show that on the time lapse.
I found my way. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay.
The sewing hut is now complete, as we can see right here. So let's have a little look inside and see what's available to us. First of all, we have a loom right here, and we can craft up different things like linen fabric. And this is something that we could just purchase right now, although you cannot make it until you have linen thread. So we're not quite at that stage just yet. And you can also do wool thread here too. Then we have the tailoring table, and here we can make all kinds of different clothes and shoes, hats, you name it, we can make it here. Again, though, a lot of this is going to need linen thread in order to make it up, or wool or something similar. Then we have the spinning wheel over here, and from the spinning wheel, you can see that we can make the linen thread up that we need. All we need for that is flax stalk, and we've actually planted some flax already, so we're sort of on the road to doing that one. And you can make the wool thread as well using wool, of course. We've got a chest in here, holds 50 kilos worth of weight as well, and that's about it. That is the sewing hut, as you can see. Now that I've built that, I realized that there's going to be quite a need for flax, and I think it's a good idea to actually fill the rest of this farm in with flax. I know I said about planting different things in different seasons, and we can still do that a little bit, but we've got like this whole area here that we could plant. and this area up here. It's quite a large area, and I want to get all that covered in flax, because I think making cloves could be a really good way for us to actually make some money going into like the middle game, if you like. I have now fertilized the rest of the farm, and it turns out we had to buy 50 fertilizer and also 50 flax seeds, which has left us, if we go up to here, on not as many coins at all as we had before, as I'm guessing you can imagine. But it is an investment, guys. I think this will come through in the long term. What I want to do now, though, is look at what's available to me. Actually, let's go over here to make some better tools up, and some better farming tools specifically. So if we look here, let's see, so the bronze sickle, that's unfortunately not available to us just yet. How about copper? Can we make a copper sickle up? We could do, we'd have to buy it for 150. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's buy that. And so now we need, we got the logs on us, we need 3 of the copper bars, which hopefully we got 3 left over here. Yes, we do. I was pretty confident before I bought that we had the stuff. So let's see, back to copper tools, and let's make up one of those. And I just want to see the difference in terms of durability when we're using a copper sickle versus using, we've just been using like a stone sickle up till now. On top of that, can we make up a copper hoe? We can indeed. I'm spending money like it is going out of fashion, but there we go. So we just need a couple more of these copper bars. And again, I want to see the durability difference, because we're needing to do a lot of hoeing, as I say, 50 for those new things. So there we go. Yeah, we got 50 new flax seeds we're going to be planting in. It's all been fertilized. We have to hoe it before we can plant it. So I'll give this a little try out and see whether or not it makes a big difference with the upgrade now from stone to copper. And let's go from there. Well, the farm is now completely planted, and there's going to be a serious amount of flax going on here. So that's going to be great. Once we harvest all that, we can turn it into, well, basically money, cloves, money, all that sort of stuff. So that's pretty good. And definitely using the copper hoe is a lot better, a lot quicker. Well, not a lot quicker, sorry, a lot better durability, I should say. Now, one thing I want to do, I've got all these skill points racked up. So let's see if we want to spend these on anything. So in terms of the farming point, I'm going to spend it on this one, so we get more experience now every time we farm, and that will help us to progress even quicker in the future. As for the diplomacy knowledge, we're going to do the same thing, get the 5% more experience every time we do it, because again, that will just set us up for a good future with that. Now, we have 6 production skill points to spend. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend 3 of them on crafting, because that's going to be great. Basically, we get more experience now every time we do any crafting. And then let's have a look at the other ones. I actually really like this one here, where you can insulate walls for lower firewood consumption. What I'm going to do, though, is wait until we get to winter, and then I might look at doing that then. And in the meantime, before we do all this sewing, I'll spend all 3 points on that, and hopefully we can gain another one to then spend on handyman later on. As for the extraction skill, I think I'll spend it on the treasure hunter, because I kind of like that. I've always fancied myself as a bit of a treasure hunter. Not that I've ever found any treasure, but, you know, maybe one day. If you're enjoying this series, please do consider subscribing, but we are going to leave today's episode there. So I just want to say, again, thank you all for watching. Thanks to everyone who's liking and commenting, and obviously the super comments are incredibly appreciated. So thank you all very, very much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.